Thank you for Patreon now for donating to the Patreon.
Hey guys, Vanity Ezel back in another Card Fight Vanguard Ezel and the Vanity weekly review. So you enjoyed them, like, comment, subscribe, shall we? This time we are covering some new reveals both from set 7 and from Lyrical Monasterio. I'm actually surprised that Bushy is giving us reveals this early for set 7 because normally they don't do this. So it's either one of two things. One, the anime is having an influx on set 7 because we also have the release date for set 7, which is sometime in December now, or Bushy has something big planned for their next, like, Bushy Road strategy meeting thing, and they're revealing set 7 cards because that thing is going to come out in January and they don't want to waste time on set 7. So that's my guess. But let's go ahead and get this started and we'll see where we go with it. So first up, we have our some new Lyrical Monasterio cards. Running High Menia, new cards for friends actually. Great Toona stuff 5 Kyouka, K base. Friend continues rear guard if you have another in the same column as it. She and that unit become friends, so as per usual. And then continues rear guard during your turn if you have another friend, she gets +5. Okay, not the worst thing in the world. It's a 13k swinger. My issue with this is, why is this a grade 2? If this was a grade 1, that would be an amazing skill in my opinion. That would be something worth running. But she doesn't give boost. She doesn't have boost, and she's a 13k swing compared to something that can become a 20k swing and compared to something that's a 15k swing. So, like, I don't see reason to run her in a friends deck unless, like, you need her for some reason. Like, if we get a card that gives boost to grade 2s, then I'll use her, but otherwise, 2 of, maybe 1 of tech. No other reason. I cannot defend this card more. It's an okay card at best. Then we have Fluff Master Toona, grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base. That is so cute. You know, that's why I love some of Lyrical Monasterio's arts, because they look so realistic. Like, I can actually see the girl petting the cat here. It's so cute, and the cat looks so cool. Anyways, auto rear when this unit boosts anything. Soul Blast 1 for each of your other friends, and this unit gets +2k for the battle. Okay, I believe that is Soul Blast 1. Then it gets +2k for each of your other friends, not Soul Blast 1 for each of your other friends, because that's a very different skill. But okay, that's actually really good. Being if you have a total board of friends, that means by Soul Blasting 1, she becomes a 16k booster. Honestly, that's pretty good. Mimi, if I remember correctly, focuses on focuses on Soul Blast, so, like, kind of not that good. If she soul charged, then I would say this is amazing. I mean, all around, that is still a good booster, though. Definitely something I'd consider for my friend deck, just because it does get numbers. So, interesting card. Definitely going to play around with it. I can see use in it. 2 over 3 of, honestly, because she seems really good. Then we have Quiet Ambush Myusta. This is Taya from Yu-Gi-Oh! I see it. You can see the face. You can see the eyes. You can see the shirt. The cat ears are barely noticeable. This is Taya from Yu-Gi-Oh! And the phone, too. Grade 1 boost, and the nails. Grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base. Powerful, auto rear. When this unit boosts a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Hermina in its card name, and the number of cards in your soul is 0, as per usual with Powerful. All of your front units get +2 for the turn. I forgot what Powerful was until I started reading this again, because I actually blanked out on Powerful when I first saw this card, because I remember that Powerful was stupid. So anyways, at the end of the battle, put this unit to the bottom and countercharge 1. Okay, that's all around pretty good. I mean, it allows you to get the counterblast so Hermina can use her skills again. Actually, no, sorry, the second skill doesn't cause counterblast. But point is, like, you're able to use counterblast during your battle phase again, or, like, set up for your next turn. Not to mention the fact that, oh, she has to boost the Vanguard. Well, still a good card all around. Gets the 2k. Oh, she gives it for the whole time. The whole front row gets +2k. Huh, you know, this is a little bit better than I thought it was. Mutasa, I mean, she's not amazing, but that 2k to permanently to front row for that turn, I mean, not whole front row, but you get the point. 2 of, possibly 3 of, because that skill is actually pretty good, and she recycles herself with the counter charge. Then we have Limitless Ingenuity, I cannot say this word anymore, Ingenuity Reraye. I could say that word, but I can't say it now. Ingenuity. There we go. Anyways, great Toona stuff 5k shield, 10k base, auto act rear once per turn, soul blast 1. Choose one of your rear vanguards, and it gets +5k for the battle, for the turn. Cool. I forgot if Hermina could stand herself or not. I don't think she does, but if she could, that's actually a really good ability. I mean, either way, that's still a decent ability because it gets out of soul for powerful skills, and it gives your Vanguard at least a +5. And then powerful auto rear, when this unit attacks a Vanguard, if you have no soul cards, by counterblasting 2, your Vanguard gets +10 for the turn. And if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Hermina in its card name, during this battle, this unit can perform a drive check. So, this... That's... Oh, wait, that made me think of something, actually. I'll get to that thought later, but, That's a good skill. Being able to get drives, and it uses up Counterblast for her Menia skill, and it can be used for free. If I remember her Menia skill correctly, it either says you don't have to pay Counterblast, or you lose a cost of the Counterblast, like -1. Either way, that's still a really good skill. Getting that drive check, I prefer she had a restand, just because I, like, the Vanguard already restands, why not give us 5 attacks? But yeah, all around, that's still a good skill with that extra drive check. I like it a lot. I think it's good. Definitely a 4 of in a Hermina deck, just because of what it can do with it, and it also helps to get into powerful via Soul Blast and 5k. Then we have Super Tingling Heart Lucretia, grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base, act rear, Soul Blast 1, look at the top card. Okay, so for some reason this isn't a once per turn. I'm 95% sure the reminder text on that says keep it at the top, basically, so cool. I could see the reason behind this, I really can. Like, it allows you basically to, for those of you who can't see it, it basically allows you for free to set up your turn, like, okay, cool, you know it's at the top of your deck, you know you might see a trigger or you might not, I mean, or at least you know what that one card is, so now you know that, like, say, for example, it wasn't a trigger, or, like, it was a trigger, and your opponent is, you know your opponent might 2 to pass your Vanguard, now you can play around that, and instead have your rear guards get, like, the better numbers out of this, so even if they do 2 to pass the Vanguard, you can make it a better situation for yourself rather than just risking on the Van. All around, Lucretia is a decent card. In my opinion, though, I just don't like using this because it feels like I'm playing Oracle Think Tank when I'm not playing Oracle Think Tank, so I don't know. 2 of if you choose to run it, 3 of because she is a good card, but I'm not going to run her, but she is good for powerful. Then we have Attractive Qualities Valli, grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base. Attractive Qualities, the Valli girl here. Really wish I could do a Valli girl accent for that joke. Powerful auto rear, when the attack this unit boosted hits, if you have no soul cards, choose one of your units and it gets +5 for the turn. Cool. You know, I actually like a lot of these powerful cards. They're actually giving the deck what, in my opinion, felt like it needed. Again, my opinion, how I played the deck, it felt like it needed these cards. Like, getting that extra drive, okay, maybe not needed that, but, like, you get the point. Getting more consistent ways to get in powerful, getting more benefits from being in powerful, and considering the fact I think Bushy's releasing, like, 6 new ride lines this set, I'm questioning why is powerful getting a lot of support cards. Actually, no, that brings me to another thought, actually. And I've heard some other people's opinions on this too. Is this how Bushy's going to do Lyrical Monasterio each time, where they introduce 5 ride lines, then the next set they introduce a few more and then upgrade the old ones, and then the next set they do the same thing? Like, for example, I'm now starting to think what they're going to do is this set they're going to support all 6 new ride lines and this, and like these Mimi and Hermina. Then next set what they're going to do is they're not going to support them anymore and just give them generic stuff, but then the new ride lines that they printed, they're going to support those and 2 new ride lines. And that's something I feel like Bushy's going to do with Lyrical Monasterio, and I feel like we don't need to. Like, Lyrical Monasterio alone already has I think there's a total of 20-something ride lines now. Lyrical Monasterio on its own already has half that in 3 sets. What took the rest of the game 7 sets to do, we have done that in 3. So, yeah, take that as you will. Either way, Valli is a decent card for powerful, 2 over 3 of. And then we move on to some more Jewel Dragon cards. So I was really disappointed in set 6 not having any Jewel Dragon support. I built a set 7 Drago deck. Holy fuck, that deck is powerful. It was mass soul charge. I did what people suggested. I mean, I was going to do that anyways as the thing, but again, it has to be all soul charge or no soul charge. That deck was deadly as fuck, but very uncomfortable to play because I would deck myself out very quickly. Thankfully, that deck hasn't lost, by the way, yet. It just keeps winning. It's like Heroes, but I enjoy playing it. Anyways, Demonic Jewel Dragon Rystal Galar, grade 3, 200 persona right, 13k base, auto rear when this unit attacks a Vanguard. If you soul blaster 4 more at the same time for the cost of your Vanguard's ability. God damn it, it had to be Vanguard. Well, still a good card though. Put a card from your hand to soul, draw a card, choose one of your opponent's rear guards, and kill it. Count the number of cards soul blaster for the cost. So basically, if you combine this with Botus during your turn, you can kill 2 of your opponent's rear guards, or you can have 2 of these on the board and kill 2 at the same time for free. And not to mention, it still gets you soul cards and it's selective soul charging. I immediately dropped Time Gyrate for this, and I was running Time Gyrate because Time Gyrate allows me to fetch my grade 3s into soul, because that's typically what I was having a hard time with. Even when I ran the card that can send itself to soul, that was a grade 3 from the Drago deck. So, like, having this is really good because now I get it during the battle phase, and it's like, I get to kill an opponent's rear guard. My issue with this is, though, one, if I don't use Draduel's effect that turn, that means this is worse than Time Gyrate, and two, Time Gyrate worked during the main phase. So if there was a target I was missing, Time Gyrate would get it to me. Now I haven't tested the deck out with this in it yet. I don't know if that's going to work or not. Time Gyrate was definitely like hard carrying in set 6. It hasn't really done much in set 7 so far, because again, mass soul charging hasn't needed it. But all around, I'm really hoping like Rystal doesn't change the deck too much. Looks like a really cool grade 3. I like its skill. I think it's really good for the deck, having that ability to kill more rear guards. So 4 of, because that's what I run it at. Then we have Divine Sister Rangdoja. This is the reason why I think they're rushing set 7 reveals, because this wasn't revealed in the anime at all. It wasn't used by anyone, or if it was a very hidden thing. So yeah, I think they're genuine. I think something big they have planned, and that's probably the next collection set, and that's why they're giving us set 7 reveals at the same time as Lyrical on stereo. Anyways, grade 2 and set 5k shield, 10k base, continues rear guard. If your soul has a grade 3 or greater, she gets boost and +5 during both players' turns. So 15k in boost. Now, it may just be me, because I consider, like, the way they're drawn, that this should be a Hexa Orb support card. I don't think it is. But it says grade 3 or greater. You don't need to ride Bastion twice. You all can see where I'm going with this, right? Like, we all can see where I'm going with this. By Bastion, I meant Bastion Prime, by the way. We all see where I'm going with this. I've preached about it for, like, the last few hours on the Vanities. Set 7, come on. Like, this is the first reveal in set 7 that wasn't related to the anime. Come on, Bushy. Give us the Hexa Orb set 7. Give us that Hexa Orb grade 3 or grade 4. Do it. Same with Eugene. Preferably Eugene, but I'll take Hexa Orb. Come on. Come on, Bushy, do it. I know you will. Take this as you will. I don't really have a number for it, because I might change my opinion depending if we have a Hexa Orb grade 4 or not. Or 3. Okay, so we have the final 3 reveals for today, so let's go ahead and get them over with. First up, we have Power Gem Dragon for Draduel support. Really glad that we're already, like, a few cards into the set 7, and we're already getting some pretty good Draduel support. So grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base, auto rear when this unit boost. If you have Soul Blaster 4 more cards at the same time for the cost of your Vanguard's ability this turn, by counter blasting 1, look at the top 2, choose up to 1 card from among them, put it to your hand, and put the rest into your soul. Can only be used when you Soul Blast 4 more times at the same time. Okay, all around, pretty good, being able to just either like get a selective soul charge with the top 2, and possibly add a PG or like something along those lines to your hand. But because it says add a card from on them, meaning for all of you that play that broken Blitz Order combo, you can immediately take the Blitz Order and then get another card in your soul for Draduel's ability. All around, Power Gems are really good grade 1. I like it. I don't remember if my Draduel deck has a Counterblast Prime or not. If it does, then Power Gem might be like a 50-50, but again, being able to Soul Charge again from a skill is pretty good in my opinion, so I like it, and I'll give it a 4 for that. Or maybe not a 4, maybe a 3 of. I mean, he is a cool art, so I'll give him a 3 over 4 of. Then we have Sylvan, Horned Beast, Alpin, grade 2 at 5k shield, 10k base. Auto rear when this unit attacks a Vanguard. If you have a Vanguard Magnolia in its card name, he gets +5 for the battle for every 2 of your grade 2 or greater units. So at most, without an Excel deck, this would basically hit +15, and if this unit gets +10k or greater by this effect at the end of the battle, bind it and counter charge 1, soul charge 1. Okay, all around pretty good. I don't recall Magnolia needing counter charge, but I can see in occasions where Magnolia would need a counter charger, so all around that's helpful. In the soul charger, being able to work on both Magnolias in my opinion is pretty good, and the fact that it just can become a 25k swinger on its own without a Magnolia effect and triggers and personal rides and stuff like that, I think all around is a pretty good buff. Alpin seems like a really good grade 2, and probably run out of 3 over 4 of it in a Magnolia deck. Then we have Sylvan, Horned Beast, Seroll, the one I'm 95% sure is going to end up on a ban list, and looks really cool. That's the sad part. He is my favorite looking one out of every card revealed so far, well, yeah, every card revealed in this episode, except for one other card, and that will be said later, and I feel like he's going to be the one that gets banned. Because look at him, he looks so beautiful. I love the antlers, I love little blue wings, I love like the dreadlocks of this boy. Oh my god, he looks so cool, and he's going to get banned. Grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base. On was placed on rear from hand or deck. Okay, cool, so when placed on anywhere from drop or damage zone, basically. If you have a Vanguard Sylvan Horned Beast in its card name, great, so you can work on any of the ride line, really, if you run the whole ride line. Soulbaz won't look at the top 5, choose to 1 card with Magnolia in its card name from among them, reveal, put it to your hand and shuffle your deck. Well, I think the reasoning that they're saying this is either because they plan on adding more Sylvan Horn Beast cards, like how they did with Nirvana, where they're going to change the ride line, but still keep its roots, or like they know that there's more reason to run a different ride line with Magnolia, so that they're making you have reason to play it, because now you get a consistent way to search the Persona Rise, and you have a system way to search the Grade 4s. Okay, all around that seems pretty good. And then continues, and this also amplifies the reason for Alpin to be a Soul Charger. And then continues Rear Guard. If you have a Grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Magnolia in its card name, when you Persona Ride, also increase the power of your back row units. So, if you play the Magnolia version that has more Grade 3s, and this is in your back row when you Persona Ride, it doesn't even have to be in your back row when you Persona, it just has to be on board, and you Persona Ride, your entire board gets the +10. This is why I think he's going to be on the ban list, because that's a lot of power. I mean, if they say triggers, it doesn't really shut it down now, so like, whew, this thing is BS on so many levels. I don't know, in my mind that's broken, because I can think of many occasions where that would have been a one-shot right out the gate. 4 of in a Magnolia deck, because it's a searcher, and it literally just does that. Then we have our new Lyrical Monasterio ride line, which is something I'm happy to say about, because this one I actually like the look of. I don't know why, baggy pants are always my thing. Hashtag First Step Kyouka, Grade 0 boost, 5k shield, 6k base. Honors, run upon if you win second, draw a card. Cool, stands strong on the spot, it's just a free draw if you win second. Must say, I like the art. This is one of the few ones I'll actually simp over. The hair, the jacket, the sweatpants, all of it. Good. Just this is my ride line right here. That. Then we have hashtag ready to go Kyouka, and then we immediately ruined it. Grade 1 boost, 5k shoot, 8k base. I don't know why, I think I'm a tomboy kind of girl. Boy, Anyways, auto when is wrote upon by a grade 2 with Kyouka in its card name, choose a grade between 1 and 3, declare look at the top 5, you choose a unit card with a declared grade or a magazine card from among them. I don't think it has to have the declared grade if it's a magazine, it just can be a magazine. Reveal, put it to your hand and shuffle your deck. Cool, so it either searches the deck's main gimmick, or it basically searches you any grade you want from 1 to 3, all for free basically, when it's wrote upon by specifically a grade 2 with Kyouka, which means if they ever give us another ride line with Kyouka cards in their card name, we could use the old ones, because that's how the grade 2 works too. Interesting. Bushy future proofing just in case they want to. Okay, I'll run interesting skill. Really wish I had a rear card skill, so there's reason to run in the ride, or at least think about running in the main deck, but there isn't. So, as they say, one of in the ride deck, none in the main deck, because you're crazy to run in the main deck, but alright, pretty good search skill. Then we have our magazine. When I looked at this the first time, I thought this was Megumi. Maybe because of the uniform. Anyways, Lyrical Shooting Star S, grade 1 normal order, magazine, played if you have a Vanguard with Kyouka in its card name, so it can work with all of them. Perform all the following according to the number of units on your board. If you have 2 or more grade 1 units, draw 2 cards, choose a card from your hand, discard it. 2 or more grade 2 units, choose one of your units, gets plus 10 for the turn, and 2 or more grade 3 units, countercharge 1. So basically, if on your board you have 2 grade 3s, 2 grade 2s, 2 grade 1s, you do all of those. You draw 2, discard 1, plus 10 to someone, and countercharge 1, all in that same order, because I believe other cards that have similar ways is you do it in descending order, and you don't get to choose order. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Anyways, yes, all around that is a pretty decent skill. It's a draw 2, it's a plus 10, and it's a possible countercharge, and quite literally you are never not going to be able to do the first 2 at least, so all around, no reason not for running a Kyouka deck at a 4, just because it's really good and it's a free resource getter. My only thing is, I wish we had grade 3s that game boosts, or grade 2s that the game boosts. There's reason to run this, but maybe there is, and I'm just crazy. Then we have hashtag Hot Stuff Kyouka. I would either agree with that statement or disagree with that statement. Grade 2 and stuff, 5k shield, 10k base. Honor was wrote upon by a grade 3 card with Kyouka in its card name, choose 1 magazine from your drop, put it to your hand, and if you did not put a hand card, counterblast 1, search your deck for up to 1 magazine card, reveal it, put it to your hand, shuffle your deck. Okay, so that skill's actually really good, because that means one of 2 things. Either you discard the magazine for your ride line at any point, and now you get to fetch it back to hand, so you got a free ride line discard, or if you didn't have a copy and drop, by paying a counterblast, you can just get a magazine. So not only does it search your main mechanic, but it can possibly refill your Reraye deck for free. Things like this don't need a rearguard skill, they're just good. One of in the Reraye deck, and we all know why. Then we have hashtag make a trend Kyouka. You see, it's like every other one I like. I like this one in terms of art, I like this one's in terms of art, and then these two are like 50-50 in between. Grade 3 200% Persona 13k base. Active and once per turn, Soul Blast 1. Choose a grade from 1 to 3. Look at the top 5. Choose up to 1 unit card from among them with a declared grade and call it to rearguard, or choose a magazine card from among them, reveal, put it to your hand, and shuffle your deck. So either get your deck's main mechanic, I assume, or get a rearguard. Unless you're really unlucky because all the top 5 happen to be grade 0, so it was rigged from the beginning. Okay, pretty good. I mean, granted, for this one and for the grade 1, you have to have a certain amount of luck to pull that off, because you have to guess the top grades, but like if you know your deck's consistency, more likely than not, unless all of them are grade 0s, you're gonna hit the thing you say. So, okay, pretty good. And then continues Vanguard. During your turn, if you played in magazine order this turn, all your farmers get +5. Cool, so if you play your deck's main mechanic, it's basically half a Persona ride, and time of year doing that was all around pretty good. So just having granted a cost to play it is not bad. I mean, it's not amazing because Time of Year did it for free, but it's not bad either because, like, you're most likely going to play in order because this fetches you it, and so does this. So does this. So all around, Kyouka's pretty good. That half Persona ride is pretty nice, and being able to get either Rearguard or magazine is pretty good too. So 3 of in the main deck, 1 of in the red deck of our girl grade 3. Then we have Blue Frontier Arche. If that was a moon, I would be so biased towards it, but it's not. But it does look cool, so I'll give it that point, because the blue sky makes it look awesome, and her hair pops with it. Grade 2 5k shield, 10k base. Continues Rearguard during your turn. If you play a magazine order this turn, she gets +5. Cool, so it's a 15k. And then auto rear once per turn at the end of the battle, your grade 3 or greater Vanguard attack. If you played a magazine order this turn, by counterblasting 1 and soul blasting 1, stand this unit. Huh. Well, that's where the counterblast comes in. So, if we were just to take the deck the way it is, if I'm not mistaken, you can just build this deck without paying counterblast, meaning, technically speaking, you never need to get off the 3rd ability of this thing. Cool. Thanks, Arche. You just made this deck a one-man army. Because that 15k in a restand and probably a 20k in a restand, and since it says a unit 30k in a restand on first grade 3 turn without Persona rides or triggers, or boost. Yeah, Arche's a 4, and you know why. And finally, we have a little set reveal of something that's going to happen on November 11th, 11/11, nice job, Bushy, and it's a Stride deck set of Chronojet. So the information I have for this is product spec. On August 16th, they're going to reveal product specifications, so what's in the product, more or less. Revealing Chronojet. Oh shit, wait. And new card illustrations, and then August 23rd and 30th, they're going to do product design information and new card illustrations. Okay, so here's my thing that I'm confused on. Is this something that they're doing in V? Also, I like the font they did with this. But I see... Oh, this is a D series thing. I see the D marking. They're bringing Chronojet back in D. They're bringing Chronojet in D. Holy shit. And we get Chronojet next week. Well, I have been saying I wanted a Gear Chronicle ride line. I never said I wanted Chronojet, but if this is the art we're getting with it, I don't disagree with it. Huh. I'm at a loss for words right now. So I'm just going to end it here. Put down your comments below what you think about this and what you think about the other reveals. As I said before, not going to agree or disagree on that title. And, I think this is my new waifu. So without further ado, I'm going to end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord, follow the Twitch, and I'll see you all in the next one. Don't forget to stand up for your vanguards.